Now that we've discussed what we've been learning about in class, it's time to discuss the issues of plastic. My name is Frank, this is RJ, this is Jaleel.
Hi, my name is Haley, this is Leasia, and this is Dinah.
Many of the people that we've been talking about were muckrakers, such as the author of Chew on This. They were exposing the bad things behind some of the good things that we use every day. Just like plastic is something really easy to use, but we don't really understand the effects they have in our environment that aren't really good. Plastic really started to become a major issue in our society starting in the 1950s with the age of plastics. This was a time when plastic was a major component of everything we use everywhere. It got to a point that whenever you use something or bought something, there's a likely chance that plastic either resided inside of it or came with it. This major boost in plastic use went on to have major consequences in our environment in every stage of its life cycle. To truly understand the vast amount of plastic we use every year, take a hold of some of these numbers. Every year worldwide, humans use 500 billion plastic cups. Along with that, 16 billion of them are just coffee cups. An even more astounding number, 5 trillion plastic bags are used every year. That's 160,000 every second. Along with that, 50 billion plastic bags are used every year. And I gotta fault myself for that too because I love drinking water, and the majority of the time when I do drink it, it comes from those plastic bottles. And up until recently, I haven't really cared what happened to those bottles after I drank it. And sometimes I would even forget to put it in the recycling bin, and instead I would put it in the trash bin. And I wasn't alone, as only 23% of these plastic bottles are recycled, meaning that 30 billion are wasted every single year. That's the majority. That's also $1 billion worth of plastic. Did you also know that plastic accounts for 10% of the total waste humans generate? The average American alone dumps away about 185 pounds of plastic. That's one person out of over 300 million Americans. It's safe to say that we use a lot of plastic.
Okay, good morning. Now, I know y'all didn't know this, which is why y'all here, but the very first plastic straw that y'all ever used is still somewhere on this earth. And depending on the kind of material, some plastic may never go away. Some may degrade quicker or slower than others, but that just depends on the temperature and the amount of moisture present in the plastic. Sorry. For example, plastic bags, which we use every day, can take from 10 to 1,000 years to decompose. And you might be wondering why, but that's because of the type of decomposition. Now, plastic is very harmful in many ways, which you'll learn about in the next couple of slides, and we need to work together to reduce this problem.
How does plastic affect land animals, you may ask? Animals often mistake plastic as food and they eat it not knowing. It messes up their insides and can even explode their organs. Tens of thousands of animals are killed every year by eating plastic, getting stuck and cut in plastic. It's really harmful, but it never, ever goes away. Just how land animals are affected by this plastic, sea animals are too, if not worse.
It is an estimate that billions of pounds of plastic are found in the oceans. An estimated 100,000 animals die each year from that plastic because they mistake it as food. When they eat this plastic, it clogs up their arteries, causes choking, internal injuries, and death through starvation.
Toxic chemicals are in plastic bags and are also found in humans' blood. The effects of this can be sicknesses and disabilities, such as skin cancer, eye vision failure, and headaches.
There are many ways we can reduce our use of plastic. For example, an easy way to start with would be replacing disposable things with reusable, like plastic bag you use at Kroger's. For example, you could take your own bag, a paper bag, and use it all the time and just reuse that bag. Another thing you can do is replace plastic with paper alternatives like paper plates, cups, and straws. And you can stop using plastic ware at home and stop using plastic straws. Thank you.